Good afternoon and hello world, I'm Maya Sundermeyer and I'm going to welcome you to the latest episode of my blog series. So far I have been able to share my own experiences with you guys on what it's been like for me to live on the autism spectrum. Other times I will cover topics that I am passionate about that have absolutely nothing to do with autism. Most of my time now, I give tips to individuals on the spectrum and to anybody who's in the autism community, like their family members and their peers and their mentors, and to anyone that works in the special education versus the general education department, to current and potential employers, to the work-supported environments and the work-supported employees that support the individuals on the spectrum. And I also like to give my 2 cents on what's going on with autism in the media, which is what I should be doing more often. Anyway, in this blog, what I would like to do is share with you guys an experience on what it's been like for me to live on the autism spectrum and try to discern when somebody says they're my friend but they're not really interested versus those who are. And I have trouble reading between the lines, and I don't want to say anything bad about anybody, but I'll give you some examples. So there have been times where I've had friends who didn't want to talk to me, or we would get together but they weren't really excited to be there. I mean, the conversations would go downhill really quickly in person, and it was like I would try to entertain them and they would act like they had no energy, like, yeah, other times, these are people that would push my buttons, or they would do something that didn't seem like a friendly type of a deal, and I would turn around and get mad at them. But on the other hand, they would often come to my parties and get me birthday cards like, or I don't know, things that would say, "I love you like a sister." And they would often come to the parties, and I would think, okay, maybe I'm jumping to conclusions. And then I find out later on that I was right. They suddenly just lost their interest and pulled the 180 on me after we appeared to get along not long before that. And then suddenly they've just turned off a switch and they're cold as a fish. So that's something that I've always had trouble with, is when somebody doesn't really want to be with me, even though they say that they do. They say things like, "I love you like a sister," and they get me presents, they come to my parties, and I admit it's confusing and annoying at the same time. And another thing that kind of helps me with that is when I've had parties here before, and I've had other friends pick up on their behavior and pick up on the behavior of other people that are with them. And they tell me that they didn't really want to be there. They didn't really want to be at the party, or they didn't really want to be with me. They just came because I asked them to, because they were worried about making me upset or not making me happy enough. So anyway, I think I'm going to close this one. I don't have any more to say. I just wanted you guys to be aware that I don't always read when somebody's interested in me versus someone who's not. So anyway, if you have any questions or comments, I would love to hear from you. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel and retweet these videos and share them on Twitter, and share them with your autism resources and with your autism specialists and with your peers and your mentors, and with people who may not understand you and people who really are not your friends but they're pretending. Be sure to show those to them and let them know that, hey, you're confusing me. So anyway, until next time, I'm Maya.